everyone, Lights and Gear is back, and we have another flashlight to talk about today. This one, as you can probably make out, is from Jetbeam, and it's one of their latest. This is the E40R at 1150 lumens. It has a USB charging port, so it is USB rechargeable. It's waterproof to IPX8, meaning it's submersible. It's impact resistant to a meter, and it also comes with an 18650 battery to power it with. It will, of course, also run on two disposable CR123s and two 16340s for rechargeables, but of course you can't use the recharging feature in it unless you use the 18650. So, pretty much gives you all this great information right on the front of the box, as well as the beam distance at 195 meters. So let's look at the rest of it here, which is pretty much everything I just told you. And on the back, it gives you the basic the basic modes, which are high, medium, low, and ultra low. Then it has strobe as the emergency light. There is no SOS on this particular light. So those are your high, medium, low, and so forth. So that's not too bad. I think the spacing on this is pretty good. So enough with the box. Let's open it up and see what falls out. Got some fairly decent accessories in here. So here's the flashlight. The pocket clip I had already put on. This is separate inside the box when you get it. It's one of these ring ones, so it's not the kind that you can pull off and put on. You've got to take off the cap to put it on and then screw the cap back on. And one thing I will mention about this before I get into anything else is the fact that you will have to take this O-ring off in order to get the ring, the pocket clip on, which is a bit of a, it's not an, well, it's just, you know, a few extra seconds here and there. But just knowing that the flashlight comes with the ring, of course, on here and the clip off. And if you try to put the clip on while the ring is on there, you're going to have problems, as it started to do with me. The cap started to chew up the ring because the clip here goes on all the way in the back. And anyway, it just won't work right if the ring is already on there, because you won't be able to get it back as far as you need to get it here. So take the ring, take the O-ring off. If you want to use the clip, put the clip on, put the ring back on, and you're all set to go. Here is the battery it comes with. 18650, of course. Doesn't even say Jetbeam on it, but I'm going to assume, since it has the Jetbeam colors, that it is a Jetbeam battery. And it's only 26 mAh, which isn't a whole lot, but it's not terrible either. So that's pretty good. We'll try out the USB function here in a few minutes, but here's inside the cap, of course, and not too much going on inside the head there, except the stump up there, the positive end. So as I say, once the ring and the clip there are figured out at first, you're fine. This clip is, it's okay. I mean, it's not the best I've ever seen. It's not terrible. I mean, it's tight. It's tight like this. A lot of them you can't slip around the light because they're very stiff. The USB port is below here. So there's that. And there's your on-off switch. So let's get to the other accessories in the box. You have your lanyard here. I don't mean lanyard, I mean holster. Typical Velcro holster. So that'll work for what it is. Here's the lanyard, adjustable. Nothing fancy here. It's a very simple adjustable lanyard, but it'll work. Micro USB charging cable. It's not very long, so if you have a longer one, you might want to use that. Just depending, you know. So this one is not terribly long. And warranty card, other little bits of information here, a certificate of approval, 2 spare O-rings in case you break one on the clip, and here's a Chinese, Jetbeam Chinese card. So that's nice to have, in case you're learning to speak Chinese, or already do. So, getting back to the flashlight. Oh, where's the instruction manual? It should be here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Instruction manual. Oh, and some silica gel. Do not eat this. This is not a snack to munch on while you're opening the package, so throw that away. And so here is the manual, and it will give us basic information, of course, on the light. We haven't even talked about the LED yet. SST-40 is the LED. Anyway, it has the coated mineral glass for a lens. It's aero-grade aluminum alloy, of course. It has your HA3 hard anodized coating on the body. So, to work the light, it's very simple. But you have to press and hold the button to turn it on and turn it off. It's also quite a lengthy hold. I was pressing and holding it and it wasn't turning on, because it's sort of my usual 2 seconds or less where you usually press and hold to turn on, but this takes almost 5 seconds to come on. Here's the LED, by the way. We haven't looked at that yet, and the reflector is orange peel. So anyway, as I was saying, to turn it on, press and hold. And that's how long it takes to turn on, meaning that I wasn't giving it enough time at first, and I guess I was being a little impatient. And it has a mode memory, of course, so it will always remember the last mode used. So we have ultra low on here right now, and that's just a couple of lumens, but obviously you'll see very well in complete darkness at close-up range with that. So this is ultra low. If I give it a press, I'll be up to high. I'm not sure why they don't call this turbo, but they don't. So here we are on the high mode. I'll take the high mode, you take the low mode, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle. So here's high, give it a press, and we'll go down to medium. And here's low, and back to ultra low. Very simple to operate. Just keep pressing the button and you'll go up to the top and down to the bottom again. If you want strobe, just double press, and that'll be from anywhere, from either if the light is off or whether it's on. A simple press will return you to the mode you were in before. So instant strobe with a double press any time of day. And to turn it off, press and hold and wait, and it'll turn off. Now, if you really don't want to be bothered holding it all that time to turn it back on, you can double press in strobe, if you don't mind doing that, and then give it a quick press, and you'll be on in the last mode you were in before you turned it off. So if you're pretty good at doing that fast, that'll be a lot quicker than pressing and holding to wait for it to come on. Now, to demonstrate that again, I've got to press and hold and wait for it to go off. But you see, if I do this fast, like that, gave it a quick press, strobe came on, another press, and I was back in the regular mode. That's if you're in a terrible, terrible hurry, I suppose, and you can't wait the 4 seconds for it to come on. Or, of course, if you need strobe and somebody's grabbing you from behind or trying to reach in to snag your wallet, then you'll want strobe right away. In that particular situation, of course, you'll want to do the double press on the strobe immediately. But anyway, as I say, if you're in a terrible, terrible hurry and you want the light right away, double press and then give a single press, and you'll have the strobe for a second, and then you'll be in the regular lighting mode. So other than that, wait the 4 or 5 seconds and turn it on the regular way. This is a very simple flashlight. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles. It doesn't have any programming to figure out. It basically turns on and off and then changes modes and goes to strobe. So with that said, it's pretty nice, just with the pretty nice in the ease of operation. Let's plug in the USB portion of it here. So let me turn this off. And I have a USB outlet over here. Of course, if you want to look at the outdoor beam shots of this light, you are certainly welcome to look at my written review at lightsandgear.com, and you can see how it performs outside by checking that out. Okay, let's pull back the flap. Alright, there we go. We are plugged in and we get a flashing green light. And this is what it says in the instruction manual as far as the charging function goes. It says when charging, the side switch is turned on and the LED indicator light flashes. However, LED constant light indicates that the battery is charged to the state of saturation. So if we translate that into English, you will get the flashing light here while it's charging, and I'm assuming that when the charge is finished, this little green light goes constant. So it doesn't change any colors, it doesn't go blue, red, or anything like that. I guess it's just green the whole time, flashing, and then when the battery is fully charged, it stays constant. So anyway, that's how you charge the battery, and it looks pretty straightforward to me. And it is a pretty straightforward flashlight. The switch is pretty nice, actually, and I don't believe it's one that you'll have a great deal of trouble finding in the dark. I haven't used it outside yet. That's how long I've had it, but I'm imagining it'll be just fine to find in the dark. And if you keep the clip in the same spot, then you can kind of remember it that way too, although the clip does move around a lot, as I was saying. But I think this is a nice little flashlight. It does what it's supposed to do. It was supplied by my friends at GearBest to have a look at, so if you'd like to check it out on their website, you can certainly take a look at the link or click the link below and see what kind of a price they're offering on it. Usually a coupon or something to add to that, bring the price down a bit, so that's often nice. And read the full review at lightsandgear.com and see the outdoor pics. Hope you've enjoyed the review. This has been the Jetbeam E40R. And other lights, batteries, and chargers are at lightsandgear.com. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Take it easy.